Hello children, good morning. Welcome for today's biology class. So today we are going to study regarding malaria and amoebiasis. You know the rainy season is going to start. So because of rain there can be ditches and the stagnation of water can be there. If there is stagnation of water, there is a chance of growing of mosquitoes. Okay children, so actually the mosquito, the vector, it causes many diseases. So today we are going to study the Anopheles mosquito and malaria, then amoebiasis. Amoebiasis also one more disease that is caused through food and water. So these two are protozoal diseases. So today we are going to study these two. Let us go to the lesson. Malaria. Malaria is caused by Plasmodium. There are different type of species are there. Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium malaria, Plasmodium falciparum. All are coming under protozoa. Okay children, so actually the when you see the Plasmodium falciparum, no, it causes the malaria, that is no, it can be fatal also. When you see how do you get malaria, you know that the female Anopheles mosquito, when it bites, you get the malarial disease. So what does the male do? So male, no, the males, they won't depend upon the males, they won't depend upon human blood. So it depends upon the plant sap. Okay, so that's why the male Anopheles mosquito does not spread malaria. Only the female they spread because it live upon the blood of human being. So target organ mainly RBC and liver in the case of human being. What are the symptoms? If anybody suffered from malaria, you must be knowing that there will be high fever and chillness, and the fever occurs every alternative day. Vomiting can be there, and you see you will feel tired, muscular fatigue, back pain, and fever will be there. For all diseases there will be fever. Fever is common for all, but apart from fever there may be other symptoms. So respiratory problem, there can be dry cough can be there, spleen enlargement. In stomach there can be you see vomiting because of stomach problem. You can develop vomiting, nausea can be there. Okay children, so first let us study the life cycle of Plasmodium. So you see here, let us start from here. So in this place now, you see the mosquito is biting a healthy person. So if the mosquito is having that malarial parasite, it is injected. So in which form it is injected? It is injected in the form of sporozoite. This, remember children, it is repeatedly asked, one more question. So actually the entire life cycle, if it is asked, it can be asked in 2 marks or 5 mark. Okay, but here 1 mark they are asking, no, in which form it is introduced inside human being, introduced in the form of sporozoite. Then later, so then the sporozoite, it reaches the liver through blood. Okay, and in the blood, no, then reaches the blood. So okay, so here the parasite so attacks the cell, then actually enters inside the blood cells RBC. Then when it enters inside the RBC, then there will be a fever and all, because it produces that is hemozoin, one toxic substance. The hemozoin, it is the reason for that fever. Fever is caused due to the production of toxic substance hemozoin. Fever is caused due to that. Okay, so the parasites then later they multiply and they produces gametocytes, that is sexual stage. First under asexual method they multiply. First they go to liver cells and they attack the blood. Then they produces gametocytes. So during this time they liberate the hemozoin, toxic substance. Then later when the mosquito, it bites the human being suffering from malaria. So in this stage only that malarial parasite is picked up, the gametocyte form. So it enters inside the body by sporozoite form. So mosquito body, like how does it enter? By in the form of gametozoite form. Okay, so when it enters inside the mosquito's intestine, the fertilization occurs, development occurs. Okay, then ultimately the gametocytes, they fuse, and then later it moves to salivary glands. Salivary glands, in which form it will be there? It will be in the form of sporozoite. So then later you see here in the form of sporozoite it's there. And it can be when the mosquito bites, so automatically from the salivary gland it will be introduced inside the healthy human being. This is the life cycle children. So here the organs affected in human beings are liver and blood. Okay, blood cells. In mosquito, first it enters inside intestine, then later it goes to salivary gland. It enters inside our body in the form of sporozoid, and it enters inside mosquito's body in the form of gametozoid. Okay, children, hope you must have understood. The same thing, only explanation given here. So a plasmodium, it requires two hosts. One is human and mosquito, that is female Anopheles mosquito. The life cycle of plasmodium, it starts by injecting the sporozoids by the bite of infected female Anopheles mosquitoes. The parasite initially multiply within liver cells, then attack the RBC, then RBC rupture. During the rupture, they produce the substance called hemozoin, and the hemozoin is responsible for the chill and the high fever, that is the toxic substance. So from the infected human, the parasite enters into the Anopheles mosquito by sucking the blood. In which form enters? Gametozoid form. Already you studied, no? So you see in the form of gametozoid, it enters inside the mosquito's body. Then the further development takes place in the body of mosquitoes. Okay, children. So study thoroughly this one. It can be asked either in 1 mark, 2 mark, or 3 mark, or 5 mark. It's a very important question. So next one, let us study the amoebiasis, that is amoebic dysentery. The causative agent is Amoeba histolytica, that is a protozoan. The transmission of parasite, how do you get that? From the feces of infected person through food or food products, mainly through houseflies. Houseflies, it acts as mechanical carrier, because inside housefly, it does not undergo the development. What we studied in Anopheles mosquito, it was undergoing some development, but here it's not like that. It picks up and you just to transfer the that is known that in the parasite. So that's why we call that as mechanical carrier. So the drinking water contaminated by fecal matter. So that's why mainly I told you both are rainy season related diseases. So for the previous one, it allows the growth of mosquitoes. So here the water, it acts as water medium. It can be transferred if the water is contaminated. Okay, the target organ is large intestine. The symptoms, it includes constipation, abdominal pain, cramps, and the stools with excess mucus and blood cells. So why blood clots and all will be there? So because it it affects the large intestine. When the large intestine gets damaged, then automatically the blood clot will be eliminated through the stool, children. So remember, both the diseases we study, both are protozoan diseases. So one is malaria, other is amoebiasis. Okay, children, you remember the causative agents also. Don't forget, in all the diseases we are getting causative agents and symptoms. Okay, so you study thoroughly, children. If you are having any doubts, still you can contact me. Thank you. This is Amoeba histolytica. That is the photograph of Amoeba histolytica.